Gentlemen, welcome back. I was pretty excited to get home and get this video made for you today because I'm going to get right to it here. Let me take this out of the package. I purchased a lock today. I was walking around a surplus store that's close to where I live, and it looks like they started stocking a new lock in. Now, the name brand of this lock is Tough Guard. It is a 60 mil lock. It's got a 12 mil diameter shackle, anti-twist shackle, anti-drill, ice spray proof body, so you can't even shoot this with some liquid nitrogen. But what really caught my attention is, gentlemen, this lock is pick proof. Not pick resistant, pick proof, meaning we cannot pick this lock. So everything on the back just simply states the usual BS that they put on here. Tough to crack, impossible keyway, you know, there's 12 or 13 armed guards inside the lock that won't let us pick it, blah 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 blah. Anyways, that's what this says, but that's the most important thing to read. Pick proof. So this is what the lock looks like. So I was actually quite excited at the look of the lock. I mean, the thing weighs probably about a good 2 pounds. Like this, it's a pretty serious looking lock. Let me see if I can get it in focus here. So it does have the shackle guard and everything on it, which will, will resist, attack on the actual shackle itself. This is what the key looks like. So first shot at the key, you would think that, okay, this one might be a little harder to pick because there are pins on both sides, but looking a little closer, the profiles are identical. Which means, looking inside this lock, under closer inspection, see if you guys can see that there is only wafers on one side of the lock and not the other. So we're not dealing with double wafers on this one. We're only dealing with single wafers on one side. It is key retaining, and the lock itself only turns a quarter turn, pull the shackle, and like I did say, it's key retaining, so you can't take the key out until you lock it back up. So now, again, keep in mind, this is pick proof. Now I'm going to tell you, the hardest thing about picking this lock that I found was I had to make a custom tension wrench. That was the hardest thing I had to do. It was just a piece of, I believe this was an old bike spoke I had. All I had to do was flatten down a piece on an anvil, just hit it with my hammer so it would fit in the one side of this lock, because all of my standard tension wrenches out of my kits, and even some of my homemade ones, just wouldn't fit in there. And one of the good things about this keyway, like I said, it's kind of a weird looking keyway on this thing too, is this tension wrench takes up half of the keyway, but with the wafers only being on one side, it doesn't matter. We only need to get into the one side. So now I'm not even going to insult some of my picks by putting them in here, because I want to show you just how ridiculously easy this thing is to get into. By the way, I think I spent about I think it was about $15 on this lock. So, but I'll tell you, after I show you some of the pick methods I use to get in this thing, it's I've bought better locks from a dollar store. So anyway, I'll start by showing you the first one here, which is just the city rake, or the L rake. So we're going to throw it in, and we're just going to wiggle it back and forth just till we start hitting some of those wafers. Oh, now it's going to try and make a liar out of me. Maybe just reset, start again. Oh, I think I got it jammed up in here. Hang on one sec. There we go. Start again. Like I said, this tension wrench isn't exactly proper science or anything. It's just one I pounded out in about 2 seconds here just to get to fit into this lock. So we'll put our pick in. Just lightly rock these wafers back and forth a little bit. And there we go. We got an an open, and that was just with the city rake. So we'll get it locked back up, and you saw that took maybe a total of, I don't know, 10 seconds or so to get into it once I was holding the tension wrench in the right spot. So we're just going to get this locked back up. Okay, so it's locked. Going to try attacking it with another pick here, making it even simpler. We're going to use a triple peak. So same kind of technique. We're just going to put it in, a little bit of tension, and we'll just try rocking it back and forth, and I'm moving it up and down the stack a bit, see if we can hit some of those wafers. Now, one thing I did notice is these wafers are extremely easy to overset. It doesn't take much to get them to bind up in there. So there we go. We got another open off of an even simpler rake. I'll close it back up. I'm going to show you guys one more here, just to show you how ridiculous this lock actually is. Oh, yeah, like I said, again, guys, the only talent you need to pick this is just keeping the tension wrench in place. So this here is just a piece of copper wire that I pulled out of one of my house wires. I think it was 10 gauge. Copper wire, and all I did was I put a couple waves in it with my needle nose pliers, and I've actually got it to open once or twice off this. So let's see if we can do it again. So again, just kind of putting it down, trying to massage those wafers around a little bit. Reset. Like I said, I found that to be the trick with these cheap wafers, is it doesn't take much to overset them. So if you play around in there for a couple seconds, just pull it back out, reset, start again. And I don't know, maybe this one's might make a liar out of me this round, but you guys saw how easy it was to get into just with a couple simple rakes. I mean, by the time you throw your pick down into this thing, you're already into it. So it's again, just if I can get this one to work, I just wanted to show you. Oh, there we go. So just a simple piece of flexible copper wire got us into that with very little trouble. Like I said, it took longer just to make sure I was holding everything right than it did to get into this lock. So again, gentlemen, this is the Tough Guard leading security padlock. Like I said, it looks intimidating, but its bark is definitely worse than its bite with this lock, guys. Like I said, I think if somebody was standing in the room with this lock and let out a violent fart, I think it would pop open. So anyway, guys, just wanted to share this lock with you. Stay away from Tough Guard. I mean, if any of you guys want this lock in maybe a package that I'm sending to you in the near future, maybe you guys can, I don't know, rip it apart, exploit it even further than I did. But just leave a comment down below, and I'll send it out in the next package to you. Anyway, guys, keep it legal, and thanks for watching.